Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In today's Miracles from the Quran series, we'll talk about 3 different animals that died and were brought back to life in this world. First animal is a land animal, which is a 4-legged animal, and that's a donkey. That's yesterday's story we talked about. Uzair alayhi salam slept for 100 years, where his food and drink remain untouched for 100 years, and he felt like as if he slept for a day or half a day. And on the contrary, his donkey turned to dust. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised the donkey back to life in front of his eyes, from dust to a living donkey. Another story also in the same surah, Surah Al-Baqarah, has the first story and also the second story. But in the second story, it's not about a 4-legged animal. Rather, it's about flying bird. Rather, it is about 4 birds. And this is the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, where Ibrahim alayhi salam is asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that how you will bring things back to life. How will this happen? Very similar question Uzair alayhi salam posed. But remember, Uzair alayhi salam came way later after Ibrahim alayhi salam, where Uzair alayhi salam is thinking how all of this dead city, everything is destroyed, toppled by the external forces. The city of Jerusalem is all destroyed. How would it ever turn into a living city? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed him 3 things in the same place, where in the case of Ibrahim alayhi salam, he's talking about the day of judgment. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Ibrahim alayhi salam to take 4 birds and train them. Train them to different sounds, that when Ibrahim alayhi salam will make that sound, only that bird will come flying to Ibrahim alayhi salam. Once the training period was over, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Ibrahim alayhi salam, ordered Ibrahim alayhi salam to slaughter them, each one of the 4 birds, and put them in different places. And when they were trained from different mountains. So when Ibrahim alayhi salam would make certain sound, that particular bird from that mountain will fly to him. So after he slaughters all 4 birds, he put their minced meat on different mountains, wherever those birds used to fly back to Ibrahim alayhi salam. So now Ibrahim alayhi salam is back to his original location, making the sounds, and the exact same bird flies back to him. Subhanallah. Subhanallah, subhanallah. So now we see a story of birds that were dead, and they are coming back to life. Now, third story. This is not in Surah Al-Baqarah, but rather the third story is in Surah Al-Kahf. And this is not a story of a bird, nor it's a story of a 4-legged animal, but now we have a story of a fish. Musa alayhi salam is traveling with a boy that in the books of the tafsir, his name comes out to Yusha ibn Nun. This boy later on became one of the prophets in the children of Israel. So Musa alayhi salam is traveling with Yusha ibn Nun and is looking for Khidr alayhi salam. And the sign where Khidr alayhi salam will be found is where a dead fish, which is supposed to be their meal from which they were eating on their way to finding Khidr alayhi salam. One night, Musa alayhi salam is sleeping, Yusha ibn Nun is awake, and the dead cooked fish came back to life and jumped into the waters and made its way. We'll talk about the details of that particular story some other time. If you want to know, let me know in the comment section below. But these are the 3 distinct stories in the Quran. One is about a donkey, another one is about 4 birds, and the third one is about fish. Different kinds of animals coming back to life in different situations. Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does whenever He wants to do anything. I hope you have enjoyed these stories from the Quran. We'll catch you next time with another miraculous story from the Quran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.